Now I'm going to be showing you this fly here. It's an Irish wet fly, though it's named after a Scotsman, Ian McGregor. The original fly, the style I tied was it was called the Carson. Now this is the Carson here. The Carson was named after Patrick Carson from Northern Ireland. Now Patrick saved Ian McGregor's life. Basically Ian decided to go head first out the boat and into the loch. And Patrick had to tie him to the side to pull him in, to hold him to the side of the boat, and then slowly drift motor into the bank so he could pull Ian out. Now the McGregor is this one here. Great wee fly, great colour combination that you can't go far wrong. Both tied in the same sort of way. The Carson is on YouTube, this one's not. So there's the uni thread 8/0 and in this case olive. So I'm just going on the wax route to get it started. We just start at the eye and work our way down. Remove the waste. Now basically the tag of the fly is the Opal Mirage in a medium, this one. The Opal Mirage. So we just catch that on the way down. It's much easier to do that. So just work our way down. Now we start to get around the bend, round a bit of Mallard too, and come back up. Now I like to get the thread just at the point where it's just starting to straighten out, because that's where I want the tail. Now you need to protect the Mirage tinsel. Best way to do that is just to apply a bit of super glue or varnish there. Now I'm using the Full Mill super glue. It comes with a brush, so it's really easy to apply. So we get our tag in with 3 turns or so. A couple of turns to hold and remove the waste. Now in the Carson I used the dyed orange badger. In this case, in the McGregor, I'm using the Chartreuse. Just a cock hackle dyed, or badger hackle dyed Chartreuse. Now I like these, the cock fibres in as an under tail, if you want to call it. It's just the tail. It just makes them last that wee tad longer. Now you're looking for a tail length of that around about the shank or so, just slightly longer. Then you want some bronze Mallard fibres. Don't be shy with the fibres. You want at least around about a good half dozen or so. Just line them up, just bring them out for the stem of the feather and you'll see the tips lining up, then tail them off. Tail length round about the hook. Hook length round about that, just to balance the fly. Just get it to sit on top. Get it to sit the way you want. If you're not happy, it's slightly curved there, so I'm going to go back. Try and get that curve out so the tail fibres sit the way you want. That looks cool, that's fine. Then we can trim this the length of the body. The rib of the fly, we're using a UTC wire. In this case this is Chartreuse. I mean, you could use, this case is small, so you could use an extra small if you want, if it's a wee bit thinner. The length of the body, then make sure it's tied in. I think it's just a wee tad too long there, so I'm going to get an old pair of scissors. Don't use a new pair of scissors to cut wire, just to trim that. It's important that you get the proportions right. This fly has quite a lot happening up the top. So once we've done that, we can take our thread down, get our dubbing on. Now I'm using a medium olive coloured seal's fur. You could use SLF, whatever you like. Let me show you this colour up a bit better. It's nice olive. Just come in it, make sure I get a good start. There's a wee bit of rubbish in amongst the dubbing there, so take it away. Any fibre going forward. Now there's a good 3mm there, just slightly over 3mm. I'm going to get a light, very pale olive hackle. This is a cock hackle. Now to get that pale olive colour, believe it or not, I use a medium olive, Put a little dye in to get this, just a tiny bit of dye to get this very washed out pale olive colour. Now we've got that in. Reasonably straight turn at the top, turn and a half or so. Work your way down. 3 to 4 turns is plenty. Get your wire. I'm just using my fingers here. First turn the back and then come up over your hackle. You want a nice rib in the fly, you want to be able to see it. Stroke the butts, just stroke back the fibres here. Follow up with a half turn. Follow up with the thread, but a 90-degree bend into the wire. And then basically secure it in nice and tight. Come back up. And then we can bend and break away the wire. Break off the tip of the hackle. Now that there, I could get a smaller fly with that tip, so don't throw it away. Just going to brush back some of the fibres here. We can bring out some of the seals for a wee bit. There we are. Now I'm going to put in, I've got a Chartreuse badger again, just a smaller hackle, just a highlight. Again, we can just trim that, put a mill in a bit, just so we can tie it in. Bit of wax on your thread for grip. Secure that in. Just going to fold the hackle through my fingers. It's easy to do. You're looking, depends how much colour you want. It depends on how good the hackle is as well. I'm at about 2 to 3 turns. That's fine, I'll do it. Secure it in. Trim away. Any fibres going forward, just stroke them back, put a nice base of thread down, and basically there you're most of the body hackle and that done now. Now I'm going to cloak the fly with some bronze mallard. So I've got a large feather here, about say half an inch or so width of fibre here. If you just basically bring it 90 degrees or close to 90 degrees in these feathers, the tips of the bronze mallard will line up. And then what I do is, the easiest way to do it is just to roll them within your fingers. Just roll it, displacing the fibres. Depending how long you want the cloaked wing, just dab them usually around about, say, the length of the hook. We encourage these fibres all the way around. Just using your fingers, just to encourage the fibres round. Then tighten up with a couple of turns. You'll see how it's all the way around. Make sure there's wax on your thread. A couple of more turns to make sure it's not going to come loose while you're trimming away the material. Just take your time at this point. You want to be able to get a neat area for your materials. Good sharp pair of scissors. Again, a wee bit of wax on my thread. Bring the thread, in this case, to the front, to the eye. Stretch it out and then work up into the cut ends. And there we are. Just bring them out so you can see what it's like. It's fine. As you can see, it's rolled all the way around. Front hackle. This is a, well, it depends, you can go dark or light, it's up to yourself. It's a Partridge hackles, dyed golden olive. You can get a darker one, you can see a dark. You can darken it down, there's a darker feather. As you can see, now I want the lighter one, more the golden yellow colour. Just so you can see it as well. Just remove the fluff. You tie this in by the tip. See there? Now what I'm going to do is just trim it. Again, wax on with thread. Just catch it. 2 or 3 turns. Use the hackle pliers here so you can see what I'm doing. Basically what I'm going to do is draw back the fibres or fold them. Nice straight turns. Use up the hackle. want this colour. The fibre there I don't like, so I'm just going to make sure it's drawn back. Catch this in. Make sure you get 3 or 4 turns there. Make sure the hackle fibres are drawn back. Trim away your hackle. Again, one shrew with the wax is usually enough. Get a nice neat head. Bringing out the hackle so you can see it. There we are. Now I'm going to finish the head off with, I've got the Opal Mirage again. In this case I've got the small this time. So cut a length off. I'm just going to highlight the head. Make sure there's wax on my thread. Now I usually rub my finger through, take away the excess. Now what I like to do is come in, do a reasonably loose turn and pull this in. Nice and tight. You want 2 or 3 turns of the head. Come in, 2 or 3 turns, fold it, just folding it back. Ignoring the Mirage tinsel at the moment, just whip finish. 3 times. Trim away your thread. Just catch the edge of the tinsel with the scissors. There we are. And there we are, that's the McGregor. Nice wee pattern. Now all we have to do is varnish it. You could add legs to it if you want, you can even add jungle cock to it, but this is the way it was tied. So, and this is the McGregor. So we've got the Carson and the McGregor. So there we are, 2 really nice patterns. All I have to do is get a wee touch of wire here. Make sure my eye's clean before I do anything else. Much the same, just slightly darker obviously. Exact same dyeing style as olive. Partridge in the front of this one. I've used the orange badger instead of the Chartreuse. You see, you get a nice shape. Lovely fly. One I would recommend, so I hope you enjoyed that.